It's him and I, Aquemini.
What's going on YouTube? This is Marcos from the Cornell Pressure Washer, and I'm back again with another video. In this video, we're going to try to find a better way to store our hoses. Right here I have a 5-gallon bucket. I was hearing that people would take this bucket and wrap the hose around it. We're going to try that, and also we're going to try to put the hose on the inside. The next idea that I heard, and I think is going to work, is to use tie downs or bungee cords. So we're going to try that theory also. That way we can give both of these ways a try. But we all know that the best way to put up your hoses is to get a hose reel. So if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so you know when my next video goes out. And also leave a comment below if you have a better way to put up your hoses if you don't have a hose reel. All right, let's get into the video. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is lay out my hoses just like I'm gonna do a job. That went better than it normally does. I got both hoses laid out, as you can see, and for some reason it didn't get tangled up today. Maybe I wrapped them up better than what I normally do, but let's go ahead and test some theories out. Okay, the first theory we're going to try out is the 5-gallon bucket. Let's see what we can do with this. We're going to try it a couple of ways and see if it's going to work. All right, guys, I got the hose wrapped up, and it took me about 5 minutes to do it, to get it like this. To me, this is a waste of time. One, it's kind of neat, but I'm having a hawk situation. I'm getting attacked. I mean, they're circling me like I'm the prey or something. All right, hopefully they'll go away. To me, this is a waste of time. I think, like I said, it took 5 minutes just to get this, and I was fighting it to get it to this point. Now, after I have it like this, how do I keep it like this on this bucket and stuff like that? It's neat. It's a good way to store it. Also, we have to test it to see how easy it's going to be to get this undone. So let's go ahead and try that real quick to see what happens. Okay, now let's take a look at how long did it take us to do this. To take it loose off the bucket, it took us about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Roll it up on the bucket, it took us about 5 to 6 minutes. Then let's double that because you still have to do your water hose. I'm assuming that it's gonna take the same amount of time. Now, let's try one more way that we can use the bucket. Instead of on the outside of the bucket, I'm gonna try to put it on the inside of the bucket and see what happens. All right, let's start. All right, as you can see, it's looking real good. I think I got probably like an additional 30 feet. Let's see if we can get that done. As you can see, I got 100 foot of pressure hose in a 5-gallon bucket. It took me roughly 8 minutes to get this in place. So it can be done, but that's like 8 minutes to get it. I'm pretty sure taking this out of this bucket is gonna be a breeze, but putting it in here is just a mug. So this is a waste of time too. Don't even bother doing it this way either. It looks good. The thing about doing it this way, you got to make sure you put it in without any kinks. So that's the reason I was lifting the bucket up. But that is 100 feet in the hose, and you can, it's easy to carry. As you can see, you can just go up here and grab it. If it was that simple, if it took me 2 or 3 minutes to do it like this, I probably would do like this all the time because it's out the way, it's neat, and I can put it up for storage. But it just takes too long, and I think it's gonna get old after a few minutes. So that's the reason you wanna go ahead and get you a hose reel when you're able to do it, because the hose reel will have it looking like this in about like 10 to 15 seconds. If you can, go ahead and invest in a hose reel. Maybe one of them reels that you can get from Home Depot that wrap up your hoses and that has a little box with wheels on it. I think it's around $100, but for that price, you can go ahead and buy real hose reels. That'll take a 100-foot hose. So keep that in mind. But we tested this theory. To me, this is it looks good, but to me, it just takes too much time. All right, so now let's go ahead and test the theory by taking it out, and we're gonna try the final way, which is the bungee cord. Man, this looks so good. I kind of don't want to take it out. I think the best way to do this is lay it on the side, and then we're just going to pull it out. I got that out. The only thing about that, it looked neat inside the bucket. Taking it out wasn't that bad, but you do have to twist the hose as you're pulling it out, because if not, you're gonna have a lot of kinks in the hole, and you don't want that. You want it as straight as possible. That way it won't get caught on anything, and that way you won't bend the hose and break it, and you have a busted hose. Okay, the final test we're gonna use is the bungee cords. I'm not gonna do this hose because that hose is gonna take, I think it's gonna be a little bit rougher than this hose because this is thicker. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna finish straightening this out, and then we're gonna go ahead and use the bungee cords to put this away. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna just fold this in halves and keep folding it in half with the bungee cords, and then that way that the ends won't get tangled. That's the issue. I get the ends tangled, and then it makes it hard to unfold. So we're gonna try to find a good way to do this. All right. The only difference I'm gonna do this time, I'm gonna just connect these two. Okay, that took still about 2 minutes to do. The only difference is I did this time, I connect the hose on the end, and when I folded the hoses over, I went back and just put all 4 hoses inside here, so that way it's not going to be a connection issue. So now, if I'm correct, if I pull these 4, leave those 4 attached, it should straighten out. Yeah, that's a lot better. So that might be the way to do it. So I have the end right here, got those ends. If I take this off, take this one off, and we take this one off. Now the question is, which 2 ends needs to go there? See, pull this out. Boom. So that's the end that we know to go attached, and we pull that end on. And when we pull this in, that'll have a hose undone. So yeah, that was less than a minute just to get that undone and stuff. Take the one end to put the one, take the other end and put it into the pressure washer, and you're done. So I think that's going to be the key to do that. Okay, it looked like it took me about 3 minutes to get both hoses put away. Now keep in mind, when you do this, you want to make sure that the hoses are drained of all the water. And I usually let the water drain out as I'm packing the other stuff up. The hoses is the last thing that I put on the truck. But that seemed like it was pretty efficient. I did both hoses in 3 minutes and stuff. And I think to undo the hoses, it shouldn't take no longer than 5 minutes. So probably add an extra minute to do this, because now it's not tangled up. Because like I said, the issue what I had when I was taking the hoses out was it was constantly getting tangled, and I had to figure it out. Okay, Equipmentites, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you found the video entertaining. If not, at least I hope that you learned something from it. If you didn't learn anything from it or you found it entertaining, go back and look at the video because you skipped over the good parts. Once again, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. Before you leave, make sure you hit that like button and also leave a comment below if you think you have something that you want to see on this channel. This is Marcos from Equipment Out Pressure Washing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
It's him and I, Equipment.